What's up, Insomniacs? It's Bruce, the coolest nerd you know, on the Genius Chronicles. I guess right now I'm working with the Genius Chronicles. That's what I'm going to call this segment. Today's episode is not really that upbeat. Not that upbeat of an episode today, but we're going to push through it anyway. Just last night in Orlando. What the hell is going on in Orlando? Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Family walking near the Seven Seas Lagoon had a very tragic incident. An alligator came and grabbed the toddler. The dad tried to wrestle the alligator. I think the dad and the mother tried to wrestle the alligator. The alligator ended up going into the water and dragging the kid off. At the point that the alligator got in the water, the dad really couldn't do anything else after that point. It's a very sad story. As of right now, making this video, they're still searching for the toddler. You hope for the best, but probably have to prepare for the worst in this situation. Crazy, all the stuff that's going on just right there in Orlando. Who pissed somebody off in Orlando? All the stuff that's going on there. It's absolutely crazy. But also coming out of Orlando, the crazy shooter from the nightclub over the weekend, his wife comes out and says that she had actually drove him to that club before. They say he was a regular, but at some point she remembers driving him there and going and purchasing weapons. And it's like, bitch, did you know? Like, they're questioning her right now. Maybe she didn't know. They're not charging anything, but that story's just getting crazier by the minute. That's actually what I want to talk about more so in this video. I don't have a lot of topics to talk about. I do want to talk about something surrounding this whole incident. Look, we all have our views and opinions on the world. So I'm going to share mine when it comes to these shootings and all the conspiracy theories that surround them. At the end of the day, there are some crazy people out here in the world. Trust me, there's a lot of crazy people out here. We run across them all the time, and they do crazy things all the time. Everything that happens is not always a conspiracy. I love a good conspiracy theory, but it's not always the case. And just like some of the other mass shootings, another meme has popped up. Okay, like this meme right here. Once again, people are claiming that it's the same girl in all of the pictures, and that's complete bullshit. It's not the same girl in the damn picture. And matter of fact, this picture that's floating around right now, here's what's so stupid about this picture. Let me educate you on something. The top picture, when this stupid meme has been floating around saying it's the same girl at all the shootings, because of the matter of fact, let me put this on. Before I go any further, let me make sure this is on. Okay, so the top picture, people are claiming that this is the girl right from recently at the Pulse nightclub, which is strange because actually the top picture was added during the bombing in Paris. The picture to the far right that says it's from the Boston massacre is actually from the Aurora, Colorado shooting. How do I know this? Probably because some of these people have been identified. The girl in the middle, she has a name. Her name is Carly Soto. She actually did interviews after her sister was killed in Sandy Hook. There's multiple pictures of this girl. And like I said, she did interviews. The girl on the phone, her name is Amanda Medic. Her sister was killed in a movie theater. She actually testified in court. It's not like these people are just popping up anywhere, and that's not the case. She actually testified in court. She has a name. The girl to the left, she was at the Boston bombing. She was at a vigil. Her name is Emma McDonald. There's not a whole lot of pictures floating around with her in it. There's more than one. She was at the vigil after the Boston bombing. These people have names. There was a girl that got added to another one, Jessica Vasquez. They tried to add her to a picture, but I guess that one didn't look just quite like the other girls or whatever, so the meme makers took her out and they don't use her anymore. But then they added the last girl on top. After the Paris incident, they added the last girl, and they don't really know who she is exactly, but the other girls are not the same girl, so it really doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, if she's the same girl, makes them all four the same girl. No, she's not. Like I said, everything's not a conspiracy theory. There are some crazy people out here in the world. We just have to admit there's crazy people in the world doing crazy shit. I mean, it's just that simple. Not that upbeat. Like I said, this wasn't gonna be an upbeat one, but I had to just touch on this stuff. It's just very irritating. Like every time something happens, it's not necessarily a conspiracy. And if okay, and really, let's think about it. If it really was a conspiracy and you figured it out, sitting at home in your armchair, if you really figured out the conspiracy, what does it help you? Why would it even help you in your everyday life, even if you figured it out? You're gonna prevent the next one. If it were the government, you're gonna prevent the next one by saying you figured this one out? No. It's senseless banter at the end of the day. Things happen. If you're not contributing to a solution and you're just saying everything's conspiracy and down with whatever, you're not really helping the situation that way either. I'm not saying that I'm out here helping the situation by making this vlog. I'm just trying to make sure that people are aware that don't just run away with memes. Everything you see in a meme is not necessarily true. That's really my point here. Everything in a meme is not necessarily true. We get our news from Facebook and Twitter and everything before the news actually airs. And the only bad thing about that is, even though some news outlets pretty much create their own news or whatever, the public's creation of news is just as bad as any other news outlet that you can complain about. I mean, people complain about other news outlets, but at the same time, the public, our version of the news by sharing stuff like this is just as bad or worse, because we tend to believe our peer. And if our peer, we tend to try to relate and believe our peers before any other credible source, and that can be just as bad. All we're doing is spreading rumors to each other. That probably needs to stop too. I mean, a lot of this stuff, it doesn't take but 5 minutes to get the real information on. You can't just chase the conspiracy theory based on where the conspiracies are coming from. You can't just go on those websites where the conspiracies come from and say, oh, well, this all must be true. Chase down some of the information yourself. There's ways to chase down information yourself without being filtered through someone with an agenda. All you have to do is try to aggregate information from different sources, then try to make your best judgment of what's going on after you've evaluated a few different sources. If not, you're pretty much just guessing and assuming, and that's never good. But hopefully the next episode will be a little more cheery, a little more upbeat. I think I'm going to call this the Insomniac Chronicles or the Genius Chronicles, one or the other. Haven't completely decided. You let me know. Give me some feedback in the comments here on YouTube or at Tweet Insomniac on Twitter. If you liked any or all of this video, make sure that you assault and abuse the like button. That helps to actually push the video on YouTube, and if you share it, of course, that gets it out to more people. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're returning to the channel, make sure you like it and share it. I appreciate it. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at BZBets. And as always, Bruce, coolest nerd you know. Oh, and I got hats for sale.